Welcome back, everybody, to another vintage cube. Here we are, milking the last few hours, last day or so of the cube here. As usual, no power, go figure. But let's see what's in this pack that's interesting. Armageddon, actually not a bad one. Might start with that. There's a couple different directions you go. Obviously, white weenie type shenanigans, but also just any kind of deck that can play to the board. Armageddon's pretty good in. Could take Chromox. It is fast mana, even if it's kind of one of the worst pieces of fast mana. Golos like okay, but I don't think it's first pickable. Yeah, you know what? Let's start with Armageddon and see where that takes us. This is not a very strong pack, and Armageddon is a card that can really shine in the right decks. So, not a huge fan of White Weenie as an archetype, but yeah, I'll play it sometimes. Okay, this pack's a bit better. One moment, please. All right, cat has settled in. So follow up to Armageddon. I think I like Teferi a little bit better than Glenn. I used to be a huge fan of Glenn. Now I'm like it's still a great card. I'd still pick it early, but format is just so expensive, and Teferi locks down so much stuff. I'm just gonna take it here. Yeah, the other considerations here, I guess Craterhoof's sort of one, though it doesn't really pair with Armageddon all that well. A Lotus Cobra, kind of same principle here. Elspeth Conqueror's Death is a nice piece of removal, but it's not something I want to pick this early. We'll take Teferi, see how we do. Teferi Armageddon, not exactly a combo. Like, this is something that goes on the board, but it doesn't really affect the board other than bouncing a thing occasionally. I'll probably take Hallowed Fountain now. I like fixing quite a bit. I think it's going to be better than taking one of these blue cards, which are all good, but not great. I think probably like Image, then Cloudskate, then Looter are the order I would write those in. Obviously, depends a little bit on your deck. Cloudskate's a nice combo with Armageddon as well, but I'll take Hallowed Fountain here and just be happy to fix my mana. Okay, I might just take Tundra now. Again, there's a couple of cards here I wouldn't mind between Sun Titan, Cryptic, Wrath, Daze, all solid choices, but just having excellent mana is a good place to be. So I'm just going to keep taking the lands for now. All right, and all of a sudden everything's dried up because we don't have lands or spells here that I want to put in my deck. So this is being Karn. It's, again, not a combo with Armageddon, but we could abandon this pick pretty easily. If we get the right ramp, this is at least powerful. Soulfire is really only good if you get Time Walk, and even then, I don't love it. Imperial Seal's okay. Hymn to Torok's good, but that's going to be hard to do with our current picks. I'll just take Karn and see if we can build towards being able to cast it here. This could be a commit memory, it could be a time warp, it could be a tropical island. I don't know how likely green's to end up in this deck, but just more duels never hurts. And I guess we could ramp into Karn with creatures or whatever. But we've picked a couple lands already. I think it's between these two. I think I like Time Warp better. A Time Warp with Planeswalkers is pretty nice, so let's grab it. Okay, I could take Gideon. It's like a weak Planeswalker, but it's still a Planeswalker. The alternative is Solemn, I think. Yeah, you know, I'll take a Gideon. It like sort of works with this Armageddon plan. Got owned pretty good by Niv Mizzet last time, but don't think it's what I'm going to pick here. I'll take a Fate's Fetters. It's a serviceable spell. Okay, I could take Silverblade or Charter Course are both interesting. I have to sort of pick a direction here. I think Charter Course is what I'm more interested in. All right, now I have to pick this between Gideon and Elspeth Conqueror's Death here. I guess I take Gideon, or we're just going to be Gideon Tribal here. Yeah, that seems fine to me. Okay, and then Hero of Bladehold over Looter, or Looter over Hero. This really solidifies my, like, awesome 4-drops here. This card kills very quickly. I think I'll grab it here. Okay, well, Wrath's looking less good now, although I have a couple Planeswalkers still, so it's fine. I think I just take Sun Titan. It can bring back Gideon or Teferi. Those are both fine. Okay, we need some early stuff in the curve. These are all trash. I'll take an Imperial Seal. Might play Brimaz. So we're a little bit split here. We have like this more aggressive type deck here with Brimaz, Hero of Blade Hold, Gideon, and then like trying to go off with Armageddon versus a more controlling deck with like Karn, Sun Titan, Time Warp type stuff. So we're going to have to settle on direction at some point here. And this is a pick that may force me to do that. I may just take Student of Warfare. Card hits real hard, real fast. We could try to wheel a Danto. I could take Colonnade or Elspeth. I don't think I like Elspeth. We have a lot of expensive cards already. No ramp right now, so... I think the fact that we don't have any ramp makes me more want the cheap stuff than the expensive stuff. So I'm going to take Student and see if we can't go for an aggressive deck. And, you know, also splash blue for, like, Chart a Course to Fairy. Maybe a Time Warp. I think that's okay. Okay, another Wrath isn't what I'm looking for. Ashiok's interesting. It kind of works on different axes, though, than these other things. I should probably stick to a direction, so... I think this is between Miscalculation and Strip Mine, actually. Strip Mine, quite good in these more aggressive decks. That might be what I want. Miscalc, obviously great, too. You put on some pressure, and then Miscalc their play is, like, good. Yeah, maybe that's a little bit better. I'm not sure. It's close. Okay, I'll take a click here, maybe a Delta. Oh, this is tough again. Jace is obviously great. Click's obviously great. Usher, I'm hoping to wheel. And then Polluted Delta just continues to fix our mana nicely. I think I take Click, though. It's disruptive. It's aggressive. That works quite nicely for me here. And our fixing's okay already. It's not great yet, but it's okay. All right, now I can take Marsh Flats over Blade Splicer or Avacyn. And that's also another solid piece of fixing. So that's really good. All right, I'll just take another fetch. Again, not much here for me. Okay, so we've got a direction. We're going to probably cut Karn. We might still play Sun Titan, maybe, maybe not. We got Chart a Course for a little bit of card draw. We got Miscalc as a disruptive element. Got a bunch of good 3s. Got some okay 4s here. Yeah, so we need to fill out the early part of the curve. I'm hoping some stuff wheels that'll help us do that. All right, our fixing's excellent at this point, so I don't need a Seachrome Coast. I'm just going to take the Selva Spirit. I could take the Mystic and see if the better skull wheels. I could also just take Swords. Obviously them gaining life for trying to be a little bit more aggressive isn't so good, but the fact that this is so efficient, I think might push me in that direction over Mystic. Ooh, a little Mana Tithe action or a little Giver of Runes action. I mean, Giver's pretty good. It's not Mother of Runes, but it's still solid. Yeah, that's probably the pick here. Okay, looks like a Danto Vanguard wield. And again, I'll take that over Colonnade because our fixing's already excellent. We do want some pressure here with these cheap cards. Really don't think I'm going to be a Day of Judgment deck. I'll take the Lingering Souls. If we find some black fixing for free, I would play this card. So, that's fine. All right, Usher did wheel, and I guess I'll play it. It's a 2-1 for 1. I think I'd rather have a 3 than a 5 here. I mean, Avacyn's pretty good, but it also does wipe our board if it transforms, which isn't incredible. So let's take that. Baneslayer can go straight to the board. Wins as well. Okay, it's turning out all right here. We've got a pretty nice little tempo deck. I don't know how good Teferi is in here, but it still bounces the thing and messes with opponents. Ooh, wow. Mox Pearl is a nice open. Haven't seen power in a while, so that's a good surprise to find here. I'd love a Force of Will, of course, but I don't think that's going to happen. We'll probably wheel this Eidolon. This card generally goes like that last. Could take Mox Diamond too if that wheels, but that's also going to probably go pretty highly. So We're probably going to wheel it and take Eidolon, but we might get like maybe like a Shark Typhoon would be nice. But yeah, obviously taking Mox out of here is incredible. This is interesting. So Borrower's really good. Revoker is probably worse than that. And then Elspeth. I guess it's between these two, I think, for me. It's between Elspeth and Borrower. Elspeth, just another solid Planeswalker to get down before you get him. But I think Borrower's probably better. Messes with their stuff. And then the 3/1 is, again, just good pressure. So let's take that one. And white cards are more likely to wheel anyway. Right, we're pretty far away from being a balanced deck. So I could take Relic Warder. It's fine. It deals with signets and stuff. I could take Force of Negation if I think I have enough blue cards for it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's pretty close. Metamorph's pretty good. I think I like taking the Force here. It's pretty decent. Not much here. Probably just take the Legion's Landing. Over like Sacred Foundry and stuff. Yeah, it seems fine. This pack's just absolutely nothing for us. I think I'll take a sideboard Relic, probably. Don't think I want a Revelar. I don't really want too many expensive cards. Ooh, Spirit of the Labyrinth's pretty nice. We have just Chart that stops. I guess Chart and Teferi are both bad with it. But I think it's still going to be good rather than bad for us most of the time, so that's fine. All right, the second Armageddon is pretty nice here, actually. I do want more Armageddons. At that point, I'm probably cutting Sun Titan, just a little too expensive. Fate's Fetters isn't looking incredible, also. See, this is 5 lands effectively, so we're at 22 cards with this. Mentor? How many non-creatures do I have? It's kind of a combo with Armageddon, I guess. I have a couple Planeswalkers. Yeah, I mean, card's probably at least playable. I don't know if it's incredible, but it's got to be decent, right? It's usually going to make me like 1 or 2 tokens, probably. Oh, the Shark Typhoon did wheel. But I'd rather have that or an Eidolon. I guess Eidolon might just be better. Feels bad saying that. Eidolon of Obstruction is not a particularly powerful card. Okay, I like Elspeth here quite a bit. I'll take a Relic Warder as well. This deck feels good. I'll take a Random Lapse, sure. So this is 31 with 5 lands. I'm not playing land tax. Okay. So I have to decide what to cut here. I'm sort of looking at this Time Warp, but that makes the Force Negation quite a bit worse. If we cut any blue cards, I could cut them both. We need to make several cuts. Maybe I just bring in Force in matchups where it's particularly good. Because it's not always going to have targets. You play against decks where this isn't very good. Alright. So, yeah, again, 5 lands, so we're 26. I could probably just play 16 lands as well. We're not that high curve, especially if I cut like a 4-drop or like this Time Warp. Alright, so I cut these two. That's 24. Let's see here. I like all the ones. Still quick sword here. This is effectively a creature. That's all creatures. These are all permanents. That's a permanent. Yeah, almost everything's a permanent except our 2 Armageddons are like 1 piece of removal or miscalc in our chart. I guess Brazen Borrower is another piece of interaction here. Do I want to cut a land is the question. I think cut a card to add a land. I think I'm okay with this. We have 5 fortunes. We have a lot of 3s, I guess. I could maybe cut a 3-drop. Like, Blade Splicer, Mentor aren't incredible. How good's this Mentor? Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 11's a lot, actually. Since Splicer, maybe? I think Splicer is worse than Brimaz. It's definitely worse than all the 2-drops. I like the force quite a bit. Yeah, let's try that, and we'll add up to 17 lands here. Okay, Magic Online wants to be really white heavy, which kind of makes sense because there are a lot of white cards, but we also have a couple of double blues, so I don't want to. I want to be a little more balanced than this, I think. So we have 4 duels and then a Mox Spurl, which counts as obviously a white. So this will be 12 and 9. Could maybe go 11, 10. No, let's go 12, 9. I don't have that many blue cards, so I think it's fine. Combine everything. All right, looks like a nice little tempo deck. We can obviously lose to a lot of things. We don't have that much interaction, but there's a couple things in our sideboard that help with that. And yeah, hopefully just be able to run some people over. I'll see you for round number 1. All right, welcome to round number 1. Unfortunately, I have to mulligan this hand. Just if I had one more land, I think I'd keep it, but like this, it's not quite enough around the draw as well, which isn't great. Oh, this one's good. All right, let's keep that. I'll get rid of one of the 4s, I think. I think Gideon's probably worse. Again, Hero Blade Hall just kills so quickly. Uh-oh. Okay, I don't know if we're good or bad in this matchup yet. 1 drop would be nice. Okay, Brimaz is actually solid here. It's kind of a wall for them. The Spirit of the Labyrinth not looking too hot, but that's okay. Okay, they don't have an obvious follow-up. That's good. We drain their land, which is fine as well. Their Spirit's probably just going to die to a burn spell, and then Gideon's probably going to suffer a similar fate, but what can you do? I don't know if I should trade this with the Grim. Let's see. I can give our guy... Oh, I can give it a Lifelink, actually. That's kind of sweet. I probably don't trade with Grim. I would trade with Mishras. But if this survives, I get the Gideon. If it doesn't, Brimaz is a pretty nice follow-up here. Okay, they're just going to incinerate it. That's not surprising. That's not a bad draw either. I'm just going to go with Brimaz here. This one's pretty tough to burn out, and if we can resolve a Gideon and give it lifelink or whatever, it's really strong as well. If they attack, I probably block. Like, they're probably going to have a follow-up bolt of some sort, but that means a 2-for-1, and I still get a 1-1 out of the deal. That's all pretty good stuff. They have a Koth. Okay, well, Koth's kind of fine. Obviously, I can't block the mountain super effectively here. I mean, I could block it and just retain a 1-1. But I'd probably rather attack here. Oh, they... Ooh, oof. That hurts. They hit the Summoning Sick Mountain. That's really bad for them. Okay. Let's see what we draw here. Click. Okay. It's close to being good, if it's not quite there. Vigilance, Lifelink, or Indestructible. I do want to give this lifelink at some point, but I think right now I'm better off just resolving a Hero Blade hold. That's just so much pressure here. So we're going to play land, attack Koth here. And I get to attack it actually for 4 damage, which is nice. They're just going to let it die? Okay, that's really good for me, I think. And then, yeah, we'll just play Hero. Now there's 2 3/4s that I'm going to have a hard time dealing with. If we draw a land, we get to make multiple plays next turn. If we draw a spell, then we get a spell. That's fine too. And like Hero of Blade Hold's already insane. I'm going to be attacking with so many creatures next turn, so. Pyromancer's okay. Okay, land's pretty good here. So, let's see how I want to do this. I think I'd probably go Selfless Spirit plus Gideon. Give like Brimaz lifelink or something. Maybe Indestructible, though. Indestructible is not too necessary with the Spirit here. Yeah, I'll just go Spirit, Gideon. All right, they're done. Okay, I guess our matchup against Mono Red isn't too bad. We have a lot of creatures they have a hard time burning out. I probably don't want these Armageddons against Mono Red, so we'll want to bring in some other stuff. Removal's fine. Blade Splicer looks solid. It's just another thing that gets in the way. Fate's Fetters is okay. It's giving me life. Baneslayer Angel could be interesting as well. I think Blade Splicer as a fast thing is good, and then Baneslayer makes a lot of sense to me. I could see cutting Teferi actually for like wins. Teferi not its best against Mono Red. Yeah, I think I like the rest of it well enough. The Mentor got a bit worse here, but I don't really have another thing I could bring in that would be great, so we'll keep it like this. Yeah, this looks good. We get to go Legion's Landing into Miscalc into Gideon. Seems fine. Obviously on the draw again here, but the Legion's Landing is a nice one. They'll have to burn it or otherwise they start gaining life, which is cool. All right, they have the Grim Man again. That's fine. Mentor's not at its best here, but it's not so bad. Our opponent with a young Pyromancer. That could be scary, getting that out early. I don't have a good way to deal with it right now. That's kind of a decent draw. I guess given that I'm holding a counter spell, I think I'll hold this back to block. So they can't attack me with the Pyromancer here. Well, they have Bolt specifically. That's going to make things harder. Hope there's something else that I can deal with here. We'll see. If I can't counter anything, I'd probably just cycle this Miscalculation, because I'm going to be tapping out for the next few turns. Okay, that's fine. So, I kind of want to play Mentor because that has a chance to give me more stuff, but they're likely sitting on just more burn. But this Gideon just doesn't do a lot against that either, so I could maybe click them. But I think I'll just play the Mentor. They'll probably kill it. That's okay. I mean, it's not. We're kind of losing badly from there, but there just isn't much I can do about it, unfortunately. Our hand just a little bit slow here. Oof, there's more. Sulfuric Vortex. Yeah, that sucks. Alright. Take my damage. Oh, Relic Order can get rid of Vortex. That's actually kind of a big deal here. So, Gideon, 0, make a guy. Unfortunately, Gideon just gets killed. But plus 1ing it doesn't do much better, so I guess I'll still do it here. Get my Tundra, play Gideon. Make it 2-2. I'm hoping that my opponent because the Sulfuric Vortex goes for me rather than for Gideon. And then what I'll get to do is Relic Order the Vortex and then give lifelink to this Gideon. Oh, am I just dead now? 6 damage. I'm not just dead, but I'm in pretty bad shape here. So we'll see if they decide to kill the Gideon or not. I think from their perspective, it makes a lot of sense to just go for me. But we'll see. Okay, they're all going for me. I'm drawing a Hero of Blade Hold. I don't know how good that is, but okay. I mean, the guys just have a burn spell and kill me here as well. Oh, I can't fetch, actually. So this doesn't even work, because I'm just dead to the fetch land here. Yeah, alright, I guess I'm dead. Oof, alright. It's definitely a matchup where being on the play versus the draw determines quite a lot. So we'll just go ahead and run it back here. Baneslayer obviously looks worse in the face of Sulfuric Vortex, but can you do? Sometimes you're going to have Vortex. Yeah, this is okay. I guess Vanguard's not incredible here either, but it's fine. Keep this. I think I'll lead on Mesa and get my Shock Land. I do have a Shock Land in this deck, right? Yeah, I do. Make sure that's nice and pain-free here. Expect them to have a 1-drop here. Okay, have Goblin Guide. It's kind of nice. We get to look and then decide if we want to fetch away or not. Okay, draw planes. Well, I'm still going to fetch here. All right, take my damage. Yeah, no, I haven't decided between Vanguard versus Miscalc here. There's a Legion's Landing as well. Because this doesn't block very well. And I'm not in a position to attack at the moment. So I think I'll just hold up Miscalc. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better here. The Legion's Landing makes me want to play Mentor on 4 instead of 3, so I can go Mentor plus Legion's Landing and make multiple 1/1s. That would be pretty strong. But we'll see. Happy to counter any other 2-drops here. Well, that's not really going to work very well for you. Okay, drawing more lands is nice. Drawing something relevant here would be helpful. Okay, so we draw an Eidolon of Obstruction, which is interesting. I probably don't get to be fancy and try to make the Mentor play here. I probably have to go Eidolon, Legion's Landing just to get out maximum stuff. And then next time go Adanto plus Miscalc. It's sort of nice. They have to burn this to be able to get an attack in. And then maybe that means I can swing back with the Vampire or something. Like if they play Vortex here, it's a lot less bad than last time. Although still be nice to not have to deal with that, given that I have Baneslayer Angel in hand that I can cast in a few turns. I imagine their turn is going to be just a burn spell on the Eidolon here, but I guess we'll see. Zergo? Sure. Don't care about Zergo too much. Okay, they have no attacks. That's amazing for me. Let's go Plains, Vanguard. Keep passing here. I guess I shouldn't F6 here just in case they like try to do something on my turn. Library of Alexandria in our mono red deck. It's ambitious. Yeah, we'll miscalc that one. I guess you might as well, because you have to play a lot of like, it's not like the colorless nature of it's going to be a big problem, but I don't know. All right, well, I'm just going to attack with a Danto because it's useless on defense anyway. Happy to trade it for either creature here. Or deal them 3, obviously. And then we'll resolve a Baneslayer Angel and see if they have an answer to it. Nice thing is we also have overloaded Winds of Abandon at some point here. If that becomes a thing that we need to do. Alright, I probably said GG. I guess they're losing to Baneslayer, maybe. Though they're not scooping here. Alright. Trying a Gideon, that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and block. Can't see any reason to not do that, given that my creatures all have first strike. Yeah, it's still not going to work. Wheel of Fortune? Okay. Oh. And they're done. All right. Yeah, I mean, pretty good mono red deck from our opponent. I don't know about the Wheel of Fortune in the library, but I guess they're a little bit of free. The library is kind of a freebie. The wheel, especially playing against another aggro deck, you probably should side this out. But yeah, overall they had a good deck. Lots of 1-drops, lots of burn spells. I assume the Kavu came out on the sideboard probably. But you know, managed to get there. Some aggro on aggro violence. We managed to win out with our slightly beefier creatures, and I'll see you for round number 2. Alrighty, welcome back for round number 2. We're going to be on the play, of course, and yeah, this looks good. I don't know if I turn 1 discard a course. This is a deck where you actually want to get the trigger here, so I'll probably just go Gideon into stuff here, but yeah, definitely keep. Once again, I'll probably fetch the shock land here. Might as well preserve our life total. It won't matter in a lot of matchups, but there's no reason to do anything else, I don't think. Hopefully they don't have like a Thoughtseize or something. Another mono red deck? Okay. Well, stands okay against them, I guess. We'll see. Okay, draw land, that's good. Let's go ahead and fetch. Get a Hallowed Fountain. Relic Order, okay. Gideon's not at its best here, but I'll still play it. It eats up an attack and some other stuff potentially. Like it's at 5 loyalties. They have to burn a bolt on it or something if they want to kill it. Soulscar Mage is fine. Into Mentor. Okay. They're doing stuff for sure. We're gonna attack Gideon. Okay. We're drawing a Teferi. Teferi not at its finest here, but that's okay. Just gonna play my Hero of Blade Hold. plus on it, because why not? And then attack. I'll have to be a little bit careful about how I attack here, or how I block rather. The Soul Scar Mage makes things a lot worse. Like if they have a bolt. So run away Steamkin, okay, that's fine. Like if they have a bolt, all of a sudden it's not a trade anymore. It's my thing just dying. So I don't know if Gideon's gonna be worth saving. We'll see. Oh, they're just not attacking. That's perfect. Okay. Let's draw. So I could Gideon on like Soul Scar Mage just to make sure nothing weird happens there. Or sorry, not Gideon, Teferi on the Soul Scar Mage. Plus just having a Teferi in play, I guess, is already pretty good. Maybe that's just the way to do it. Definitely want to attack them with everything. Yeah, I think just having a Teferi in play is kind of a big deal here. So I'll do that. That way they're forced to do something right now if they have any bolts or anything, which they don't. Okay, great. So now I'll give this... Let's see, what do I give it? They can't prowess, so if they want to multi-block it, they could block it with 3 things. I get to kill, I guess, just one of them. So I might have to give it indestructible here. My life total is in fine shape. So I think I'll give this indestructible on attack. Make sure the battle cry goes after the tokens. Okay, that's a pretty big attack. Okay, I'm fine with that trade. Probably end up bouncing the Steamkin here if it doesn't die. We'll see though. They're just taking it. All right. Aggressive. They're at 4. Yeah, let's bounce the Steamkin. That feels like the one that has the most threat here. I could just cost the most mana. It's kind of important. Oh, I draw Selfless Spirit? Okay, I'll play that. And I don't really see any scenario where I block here. But I guess we'll see what they play. I'm playing as 2 mono reds in a row. Ugh. I guess people are trying to get their trophies in at the end here. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see how they attack, but... That at my face, that at my face. That at Gideon? Teferi probably, sure. Okay, well, let's see what I reveal off that first. Get an island. So I want to save Teferi. I'm not sure it matters that much. I think I'd rather make sure they can't kill Hero of Bladehold here, though I guess the Soulscar Mage is like kind of a pain in the ass. Might just trade with the Soulscar Mage, honestly. Yeah, I don't want counters on my things if it comes to that. The fairy dying doesn't really bother me much. Light up the stage, sure. I mean, they're going to need a lot here. That's certainly not going to do it. Yeah, all right. Okay, so playing as mono red again, so I think pretty similar plan. Take out all the Armageddons, take out the Teferi, even though it was okay that game. Bring in Baneslayer Angel, bring in Blade Splicer, bring in Winds of Abandon. Think that makes sense to me. Yeah, let's run it back. And on the draw this time. Sort of tempted to mulligan this hand. It doesn't have blue mana. I mean, Spirit's okay, and then we get to maybe play Mentor into these things. I guess it's keepable, but does need to draw some lands. And not having one drop sort of sucks. Like, our deck has 1, 2, 3, 4 1-drops plus the swords. That would all be excellent. You know, so drawing one of those in our opening hand would be pretty sweet. Probably can't mulligan until we just draw that. Oof, that's a horrendous draw. Shrine, okay. Shrine's not great for me, but maybe I can find my guy to exile it at some point. Okay, well, you're a little late. Oof. All right, they're going hard. It's going to be hard to win from here. If I don't draw land, it's over. If I draw land, maybe there's a shot. Eidolon, huh? Yeah, his hand just ended up being way too slow here. I'm not drawing lands, obviously. It was always a risk. If I draw land, I probably just have to go student level it. It's going to be better than Mentor here by a good bit. What's this nonsense? Smashing? Yeah, we're dead. All right. Our hand was just very bad there. We'll run it back. It might look like I could have sacrificed Spirit there to give my guys indestructible, but of course, because it's Soul Scar Mage, they would have just gotten counters, so it wouldn't have helped anyway. We'll play first. Can I just get a 1-drop or a Mox? Or, you know, a 1-lander and a 5-drop. That's cool, too. Ugh. I mean, this has a 1-drop. Like, I guess I have to keep it, but it's pretty bad. I've decided between my Baneslayer and the blue card, probably. I think I put the blue card back. Baneslayer is obviously a bit of a long-term plan, but it's very good if it works. Not feeling good about this hand, though. It's still pretty poor. I have to decide if I want to run this out turn 2 or try to save it for something, but I'll probably just run it out. Yeah, sure, you got a freaking Swift Spear here. Yeah, we're just never going to draw lands. That's cool, too. So, like, I could have saved this to try and hit something, but they're just going to have a burn spell and kill it anyway, so it doesn't accomplish that much. Of course, they have a Chrome Mox, sure. I imagine we're dead here. But let's see what happens. This would have been a sweet answer to Chrome Mox if they turned 1 that, but... Ah, man. This is rough. We're just continuously getting mana screwed here, looks like. Yep. Yeah, just never drawing mana is sweet. Just gonna attack here. Soul Scar Mage again, sure. Art is very good in this matchup. Ah, MTG can be frustrating sometimes. I don't get to attack anymore here. Of course, now they play any non-creature spell, I can't block anything effectively anyway, but... Bowmat can block, so I like that. They don't have anything, we're okay here, but if they have anything whatsoever, we're dead. Yeah, the fact they're attacking cannot be good for me. God, okay. Cast a red spell, it gets a counter. I could triple block something, but then if he casts a spell, I'm still just kind of dead. If I go for a single block, God. I think I just have to take this. At least I get to swing back next turn and flip my land if they don't kill something here, but this is just all horrible. Okay, now I draw a land. That means I get to level up student, I guess, at least. Well, that's only if things work. So, when you attack with 3 or more creatures, transform it. Okay. So I think I have to attack first. Yeah, because they're going to kill something and start a combat, obviously. Okay. So now I have to decide if I want to attack with this vampire. I think it's worth it. They're out of stuff. So Bremas should be a pretty solid wall next turn. And if this trades for Courier, that's still okay, I think. The flipping the Legion's landing at some point is like kind of relevant as well. So maybe I just don't attack here. Alright, fine. Let's go Tundra, Bremas. If they don't draw a burn spell, we're actually okay. But of course they're going to. Or Ferocidon, okay. Ferocidon's annoying, especially for Bremas purposes, but... Let's see what they do here. They're going to attack with that. That makes sense. I could block it with Bremas. I'm up a cat. I could block it with this and just gain a life. Oh, I can't gain life now. That's cool. So if I draw a land next turn, what's happening? I'm playing a Hero of Bladehold, which is a 3/4. Or I could play a Gideon, I guess. I think I just trade my Bremas here and assume I'm gonna... If I don't draw a land, I'm just mega dead anyway, so... Let's just do it. Ferocidon is gonna be annoying here, though. Miscalc. Cool, cool. Attacking sure doesn't accomplish anything, so I guess I'm just passing. Okay, sure. Definitely a cycle here, depending on what they do. Okay, well that I get to just eat, so they're just effectively drawing 1 new card off of it. That's fine. So they've pretty much just cycled Bomad Courier, not a big deal. Okay. I think I still go Hero of Bladehold, and then Gideon can maybe make an emblem at some point here. We'll see. Do need to find removal for this thing, but I don't have much in terms of removal, unfortunately. Spirit doesn't really do it either. Yeah, I don't really want to attack with that and generate a bunch of stuff, so I'm just gonna go play Baneslayer and I can start attacking here. Won't give me any life, but still pretty good. And then maybe at some point I can get the hero in there. Alright, more lands don't really help either. They're at 1 card still, that's helpful. Yeah, Baneslayer Angel's gonna start attacking. Feel pretty confident in my blocking ability at this point. I think I'm just gonna Gideon and plus it. So I can start attacking with it the following turn. And play this thing too, why not? At some point here I can try to make a big attack. Okay, well Zergo doesn't do much, that's fine. Oh. That probably just wins me the game. So I can Overlord wins them. Attack them with everything. That's gotta be lethal, right? Oh, plus I'll be able to start gaining life as well and all that. So, yeah. I imagine this wins me the game. All right, managed to beat 2 mono red decks with our white aggro deck here. Let's see if the finals bring us a different matchup. Welcome back for the finals. Here we get to be on the play, which is great. Though this hand is not so great. This one's not amazing, but I think it's keepable. We'll put back... It's actually interesting. Maybe Island? Island doesn't really do anything, right? Because we need a Plains for the Brimaz anyway. Yeah, I think that's okay. Might regret it, but we'll see. Alright, looks like we're not playing against mono red for once. Ooh. Like Spirit of the Labyrinth against Island here. It's a pretty messed up card. Alright, let's see what they have. Ooh, black is probably bad for me. Rebooter? Okay, I guess I'll take my Swords to Plowshares, sure. Second Ravage is not exactly what I'm looking for. I am going to attack here. I'm happy to trade my Sylphless Spirit for the Freebooter here. Alright, well, they have the removal. That's unfortunate. We're still mana screwed here. Oh, they discarded Noko, okay. Alright. Drew a land, that's good. It's more removal of some sort. Lily, that's not great. These two Armageddons looking real silly right now. Alright, Mentor's something, I guess. But there's still a lot of cards. It's going to be tough. I need them to not have anything relevant for a while, and that's just not very likely to happen here. Okay, Glenn, while tapped out, actually doesn't do anything, because I can just swords it. So unless they have something here, this should work great for me. So swords that. Get the Mentor going here. And then we get to kill Liliana. Okay. This is something. They knew about the sword, so I'm surprised that was their best play. Okay, they have nothing. I'm going to try this. If they have a counterspell, they have a counterspell. It's getting me some monk value anyway here. Yeah, they have the forest, sure. Play island, attack. They have a wrath, it's pretty bad. There's definitely a couple of things that are pretty bad here. Dig Through Time is among them. Be nice to draw like a Planeswalker to trigger Monastery Mentor again and get a slightly different type of threat in play. Obviously lands are horrible, any kind of action's fine. So, yeah, they look like just control so far, though Liliana makes me think, yeah, Liliana and Looter makes me think there might be some kind of reanimation deck here. Okay, Mox Pearl not the best. Oh, I should have cast that actually, that was horrible. Well, I of course forgot that this would trigger Prowess. Hold it at this point, I guess. If these survive somehow, then I get to do it next turn. But that was not good. Should have played it. My mind just equated this with a land, and yeah. Hopefully I don't have like a Massacre Worm discard here or something. Just Frantic Search, sure. Okay. We're drawing 7. Now we're playing a Scarab God, which they can activate to get back like a Brimaz or something. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's going to be tough. Can I draw something good? Nope. I'm going to draw land. All right, sweet. Okay. Well, there's a lot of reason to do this in my upkeep, but sure, you got it. Oh, they're going to freebooter me, I see. Yeah, okay. I guess that makes sense then. Can we win from here? I'm guessing no. Yeah, there's nothing in our deck that answers that. All right. They got us. This matchup feels okay. We need to be pretty quick, but I think we're pretty well set up to begin with here. I could bring in Force. Maybe that's good here. Source of Plowshares actually looked good against stuff like the God there. Did I see anything for Relic Warder? I don't recall seeing any artifacts. I'm going to try taking out Relic Warder for Force. We'll see how that goes. Of course, be on the play here. Okay, I mean, it's keepable. It's not incredible, but it's got a bunch of 2-drops into some other stuff here. Probably start with Vanguard. It's just the most pressure. Usher's interesting. It's definitely attacking here. I think given that I drew Usher, I'm just going to play Chart a Course here and try to Usher after a land drop, ideally. Hopefully they don't have like a Spell Pierce. Oh my god, they have a Spell Pierce. Well, that's horrible for us. And they have a Lotus. Well, alright, good game, good game. Him me? It's annoying, but okay. What else do you have? A Lily or something to follow up? A 4/3 Nighthawk Scavenger? Okay, I guess that has Lifelink. That's pretty decent here. Nice Force of Negation, yeah. Hey, yay. Alright, well. Let's keep attacking here. Yeah, it's getting pretty hard to win from here. Sure, he can duress me. Doesn't do anything anyway. That Spell Pierce really hurt. And this card's actually oddly a kind of annoying threat here. I guess I'll play my one drop. Well, it's going to be an unfortunate finish. We won the 2 aggro mirrors and we're going to lose to this control deck. Sure, Field of Ruin me, that's fine. Get a Plains. Sure. All right. Well, that's an unfortunate loss. I don't know if I can blame that one on Lotus. It certainly didn't hurt. The Spell Pierce really messed us up pretty good. That was a good deluge. They had pretty good answers to what we were doing. But managed to beat Mono Red twice, which I feel good about. I hate that deck, so getting to beat it down a bit felt good, even if we were also playing kind of a rude deck. But all right, well, managed to get a 2-1 out of that. I'll take it. Yeah, again, getting to beat down Mono Red pretty sweet. I certainly had fun. I hope you did as well, and I'll see you for the next one.